Good morning. Welcome back to another Planty video. So today I'm going to be taking you through my day of everything that I do regarding taking care of my plants and also working, and I think that's pretty much going to be it. It's mostly going to be just like a typical day of what I do with my plants while working from home. It's exactly 6 a.m. right now. I have been up for a little while now. I'm wearing my jacket because I just took Olive out. Just poured my first cup of coffee. I cannot wait to drink this. So I've left my jacket on because I need to water my container garden outside. So I think that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I actually don't have a hose yet because every time I go to the store, only like the really long ones are in stock, and I just need like a 25-foot garden hose or something, so I don't have one yet. I typically just water with my blender. Like, I just fill up my Vitamix with water and then take it outside, and I have to do a few trips, but it's not like I have a massive garden or anything, so it's fine. So I'm just gonna do that. Since it was raining, I just moved the rest of the things into the part that's not covered, so they'll just get watered by the rain. I'll just check later because I'm not sure how much it's gonna rain, so I'll just check later and make sure that they've actually gotten enough water. And right now, what time is it now? 6:24. So I actually need to edit, so I'm gonna edit a video for probably like the next couple of hours. I think shipping only took 2 days, so that's really good. Oh my gosh. This is so... My hair is so absurd. I obviously have not gotten ready for the day yet. I just made some toast. I'm gonna have this for breakfast because I'm quite hungry. It's 8:23 now, and my video, I cannot take this hair seriously. It's like getting worse by the hour this morning. My video is exporting right now, and then I'm going to be uploading it. I've opened up all of my blinds and everything, letting the light in. So I'm going to get this video uploading, and then I'm actually doing a plant trade this week. So since it's Monday morning, I want to get the plant that I'm sending in the mail as soon as possible. So I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to package that up and run to the post office. I think it's actually my first trade of the year, so that's exciting. And then after that, I'm gonna come home and get ready. Normally I would get ready first, but I just want to get that to the post office as soon as possible. I'll just like put a toque on or something. Okay, my video just uploaded, so I'm just keeping an eye on it right here and responding to comments as they come in. And I'm also writing a note to put in my trade package that I'll be sending off shortly. got home, I still hadn't done the Wordle of the day. So let me know if you do the Wordle, because my friends and I do it almost every single day, and it's much fun. So I had to solve that here. It was a very hard one. It took me a while.
Let it figure out what's going on. And I know if y'all probably like, girl, you just did that for workout. If it didn't work out. But like, I'm going to water it. I just really never see this. Ever, really, ever.
Even though most of the time I'm just in my sweatpants, I still like to put some effort into putting myself together because it just makes me feel so much better. Another step that I love adding into this routine is a fragrance that makes me feel good. I've been loving trying out different perfumes from Scentbird, who is kindly sponsoring this video. I find that scents can really enhance a mood or a moment, and I love to just complement the energy of my day with one. They let you try out a new designer scent every month for only $17, and you get to pick it, so there's no surprises. They have a ton of different perfume and cologne options and a ton of gender neutral options as well. You get a 30-day supply so you can try it out and decide if you like it before committing to a full-size bottle. They carry a lot of the big designer brands and also different niche brands as well, so there's definitely something for everyone. Okay, so I just want to share quickly about the scents that I'm trying out right now. This first one, I'm so obsessed. I love this so much. So this is Skylar Vanilla Sky, and it's a really like sweet, warming scent, but it's also woodsy, which I love. It has notes of cappuccino, which is amazing. This is just like warm, cozy vibes. So notes of cappuccino, caramelized cedar, and pure vanilla. It is perfection, you guys. And this is also, I believe, a clean scent. Yeah, so love that. That one's my current favorite right now for sure, but I am also just trying to like branch out to some lighter, fresher scents for summer. So the next one that I'm trying out is Memoir Archives by the Sea. And first of all, I love this because water is one of my themes for this year, and this is definitely like a more aquatic, beachy scent. And it is quite nice. Like I'm quite dedicated to my warm, spicy, earthy scents, but I will say that this one is quite nice and just like a fresh kind of everyday scent. If you're looking to find a new fragrance, make sure to use my code WILDFERN for 55% off at Scentbird. It's just a little over $7 for your first month, available in the US and Canada. I will have all of the links down below in the description box. Thank you so much to Scentbird for sponsoring this portion of the video.
Let's get cooking. I want to see just even like this, just for catch on.
Alright, I'm gonna water my moss poles. I try to do this every day, which I usually do. If not every day, then every second day. And I just use my little squeeze bottle filled with half fertilizer water and half just plain filtered tap water, just so it's a little extra diluted. So I just go around and check all of my moss poles and just top them up on their water. The ones that are due for watering today, like I think I'm gonna water this Milano Chrysum today. I'm not gonna bother wetting the moss pole because I'll just do that when I give it its watering. But the rest of them, I just touch up. Going around and watering my moss bowls is such a fun part of the day for me because I get to check on all of my plants as well and see progress on things like this, like these blooms that are coming in on my Hoya croniana. So they haven't quite opened yet, but they're super close, and I've just been checking every day. I cannot wait to see them.
Saw you paint a picture of a face, a face that wasn't even close.
I swear I just blinked and my microgreens sprouted up like crazy. These are all ready to be harvested, so I'm gonna be eating a lot of these this week. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my watering because I have a ton of plants that need to be watered today. So I'm first gonna mix up my fertilizer actually, and then I'm gonna bring some of the plants to the sink. So I'm gonna be using my Flora series again. I've been kind of rotating the fertilizers that I've been using, so I will use this for a month or two, and then I will switch to my Grow Tech Vitamax Pro and Super Thrive. But right now I'm just going to be using the General Hydroponics Flora series. So it's a three-part system, plus I also add some CalMag. So I'm just gonna mix that up.
Take a train ride just to see you. Ride for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you. 'Cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from being alone. Run away from home, why don't you? 'Cause I did the same just for you. You don't know how much I love you. 'Cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from being alone.
Okay, these are some alocasia corms that I keep forgetting about. I'm experimenting with growing these in water or rooting these in water, and I just do not think it is the way for me. I started this experiment on my Patreon, but as you can see, I keep just letting them get way too dry. This is the second or third time that it's been literally bone dry, so I don't know if these are even gonna make it. But yeah, for some reason, I just can't remember to top these up with water. I tried to remember by like pairing it with my morning moss pole watering, but I don't know. I can remember to water all the moss poles, but this just isn't like locked into my brain yet because it's a new thing, I guess. But anyways, these are my sad, nearly dried out corms, so I'm gonna top that up with some water. Okay, it's better. The poor things. Okay, so this little shelf here and this little corner area is all watered and taken care of. I usually water by section, so each day I will water a different section in my home just so that it doesn't get too overwhelming. So today I'm actually going to be doing my bedroom, so I've started there and that's all done, and I need to do this group right here and then the windowsill and probably a couple of these hanging plants as well. It just feels so much more manageable when I do it this way. And then tomorrow I'll probably do one of my cabinets or on top of the cabinet or something like that. I am also going to be like redoing this little corner, giving it a makeover within the next month or so. So I will be doing a video on that, but I'm really excited to do that because I'm just like not really happy with the way it looks, especially with this. I'm not happy with the way it looks, and I'm not happy with the functionality of it. Like, this lamp is just kind of in the way, and it's just like a bit cluttered, but not in like a cute way. So I'm gonna be doing something about that, but for now it's fine, and all of the plants seem to be growing well. I'm really surprised that this, well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because this Hoya has notoriously been a really great grower for me, but yeah, my Hoya Wooliniana UT152, I believe, has just been taking off for me already. So much new growth. That whole vine, it's kind of hard to see because the grow light makes it really shadowy, but this whole vine is new, and yeah, tons of new leaves. This one is like so pretty and sun-stressed. Look at that. Oh, I love this Hoya so much. I hope that she blooms for me again this summer. Okay, so then I got home and made up another batch of my fertilizer water and continued to water the plants in my bedroom. These are the ones on my wooden shelf, just some small ones. This is my little philodendron narrow. It's finally giving me a second leaf, which is so exciting. And my Hoya Crimson Princess. Oh, also my Monstera subpinnata. This is the newest leaf. It is so gorgeous. Thirsty though, so she's droopy. So I'm gonna give her a nice drink here. And I'm also going to water the moss pole because she does have a nice aerial root that is growing. And then we are gonna move on to my Alocasia Micheliciana, which is one of my favorite plants right now because he's just growing so much, constant new leaves coming in, which is so amazing considering that he came out of the greenhouse cabinet, did not miss a beat, just kept growing. Of course, Alocasia always have yellow leaves to get rid of, so took those off, and now I'm giving him a nice drink. And then we are going to be watering my beautiful Monstera albo. Here I am posing with her. She's such a queen. Love her so much. Also has a new leaf coming in. So exciting. So after I'm finished admiring her, I am just going to give her a drink as well and wet her moss pole too. Let me know if y'all like me doing a voiceover as opposed to just having music on this part. I thought it'd be kind of nice to just kind of chat and explain what I was doing, so yes, let me know your thoughts. Okay, so after we're finished watering her, we are moving on to my Hoya compacta, which is the other queen in my life. Like, look at her. Oh my goodness, love her so much. And then some small plants from my windowsill, and then some of my hanging plants, my trailing jade and my linearis here. And then, of course, my Hoya Crimson Queen. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe how big she's getting. It's absolutely wild. I have just been editing and planning content for the rest of the afternoon. It's now 5:56, and to be perfectly honest, I'm feeling a lot of resistance about going for my run this evening, but I'm just gonna push past that. I'm gonna get up, put my running clothes on, and then I'm gonna go, and I bet you I will feel so much better after. I've been doing the Couch to 5K app, and so far I love it, but yeah, sometimes I think just because I've been so busy lately, it just makes it that much harder to do. All right, I am heading out, and the sun has actually come out as well, so happy about that. Okay, just got back, and can confirm I feel about 100 times better than before my run, so I'm so glad I went. It was so nice out too. It's like perfect, sunny, warm evening. Oh my goodness, all day it's been like cloudy and gross, so I didn't even know that it was this nice outside right now, so I'm so glad I went out. I feel so good. I'm gonna have a shower and eat something and stretch actually as well. And then we're gonna fertilize my Hoyas with the orchid mist. It's probably the last thing that I'm gonna do, so I will see you guys in a second, I guess. Okay, so it is now the evening. It is 8:36 and I had dinner. I made my favorite kale salad that I eat literally all the time. I had to cut back some of the kale in my garden, so I made that and it was super good, and tried a new kombucha, which was really good as well. And then I cleaned up and of course had a shower and everything, and now I just brewed my Glowing Truth tea, what is this one called? Moonlight, I think. Anyways, it's really freaking good. So I'm just gonna have this and fertilize my Hoya with the orchid mist. I've talked about this a few times now, but I still get a lot of questions on it and like how often I use it and stuff. And to be honest, I'm not like super like scheduled with this. I just kind of use it when I remember or when I feel like going around and giving my Hoya some extra love. So you literally just spray the foliage. You can spray the like soil as well. I would say I do it anywhere from once a week to once a month. Just, yeah, kind of when I'm feeling it. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I might bring some of them to the shower actually and just spray them in there. Some of them I spray in their spot, like in the cabinets and stuff, but the ones that are like near my bed and stuff, I don't want to like spray this on my bed. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so starting off with my linearis, I feel like the top of him is like spindly, and then once you get towards the bottom, he starts looking really nice. Like these two vines are so pretty. I'm obsessed with him. I love linearis so much. I'm just gonna spritz. Try to go pretty close to him so I'm not like just spraying it everywhere. I do have a couple plants down there though. I have my Crimson Queen and my Melanochrysum because I just needed to water him. So yeah, I just spray like this. This stuff is like literal magic, especially if you have a Hoya that's not growing. If you start spraying it with this, honestly, it will start growing. Like 9 times out of 10. There is actually not very much left in this. I don't think I'm going to be able to spray very many Hoya with the amount that's left in this bottle. The only thing about this is that I hate like repurchasing this bottle because this isn't very big. It doesn't last super long, and I just don't like constantly like purchasing this plastic bottle. And I've heard of people making their own version of this and just refilling the bottle, so I might look into that and try to make my own. But yeah, that'll be for another day. I know I want to spray this Crimson Princess because she's just like kind of going off with the leaves lately. There's, I know it's kind of dark in here and it's not wanting to focus, but there's some leaves right, oh there we go, there's some leaves right here and here, and then she has new growth here. Look at how pretty the new growth is. I cannot, and then new leaves there as well, so she can use a little extra boost, you know? Okay, in my cabinet, I'm definitely going to be spraying my Hush Kaliana Variegata. I'm so blown away by how fast this Hoya has grown for me. It's honestly, it's crazy. Also, as you can see, some of my other plants get sprayed by this when I'm doing it this way, and I've never had any negative effects from it, but I don't really know if it's bad for them or not. I don't think so. But yeah, I'm just gonna spray this one and then spray this one. Blooms are still not open, but they're getting really close. This plant has grown a lot for me. Also, actually, I was watching my old TikToks randomly earlier today, and in one of the TikToks, I posted like the haul where I got this plant, and it was just like a small, like little plant, and that would have been a year ago, so it's grown quite a bit. And there's another peduncle I noticed today. Where is it? It's right there, so that's super cool. I'm honestly just kind of gonna spray everywhere in here because in this little section of this cabinet, I just have Hoya everywhere. There's my Serpents down there, these Hoya Bellas, Finlaysonii, and my Verticillata is way back there. And then on this side, I have to be careful here because now I have this silver sword right here. Oh boy, oh boy. But I have my Hoya Caudata Sumatra over here, so I'm gonna spray. And also, I forgot to mention this earlier, but if you don't know, you shouldn't spray your plants with really anything, unless you're like misting with water, that's probably fine, but any type of like treatment or any type of foliar, yeah, any type of foliar treatment, you should do in the evening, just because it can increase the chance of the plant burning. If it's sitting in sun and you spray it with something like this, then it's just going to get like cooked. So yeah, just something to be aware of. I literally only have 2 more minutes of recording left on this memory card, so I am going to end it there. All I'm gonna do for the rest of the night is, like regarding my plants, is just finish up with this. I'll probably just spray until the bottle's empty, and then I just have some editing and finishing up some work stuff for the rest of the night. Thank you so much for joining me on my day today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I tried to sprinkle in some of just like my daily life stuff in here, along with a typical kind of like what I do with my plants in a day. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you liked it and leave me a comment down below. Also, don't forget to check out Scentbird if you're interested in a new fragrance. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!